Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jaya Gopi Janavallabha Girivaradha Hari. Jaya Gopi Janavallabha Girivaradha Hari. Yashodanandana Tejanaranjana. Yashodanandana Brajajanaranjana. Yamuna Tira Vanatang Harin. Yamuna Tira Vanatang Harin. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jaya Gopi Janavallabha Girivaradha Hari. Jaya Gopi Janavallabha Girivaradha Hari. Yashodanandana Brajajanaranjana. Yashodanandana Brajajanaranjana. Yamuna Tira Vanatang Harin. Yamuna Tira Vanatang Harin. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Radha Shama Sundara, Radha Shama Sundara Radhe. Jaya Radhe Sham, Radhe Sham, Radhe Sham, Jaya Radhe Sham. Jaya Krishna Balaram, Krishna Balaram, Krishna Balaram, Jaya Krishna Balaram. Jaya Gauranitai, 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 Jaya Gauranitai. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Vishnupad, Paramahamsa, Parivrajagacharya, Ashtota, Sattva Sheshamachila. Hey Sri Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki. Jaya Vishnupad, Paramahamsa, Parivrajagacharya, Ashtota, Sattva Sheshamachila. Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Srila Prabhupada ki. Ananta Kodi Vaishnavrinda ki. Sirup Sri Sanatana Bhatta Raghunathi Jeev Gopala Bhatta Rasa Raghunatha Goswami Prabhu ki. Prem se ko Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Shabasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda ki. Sri Radha Krishna Go Gopa Gopi Govindana Cham Kund Radha Kund Giri Govardhana ki. Vrindavan Dham ki. Mathura Dham ki. Mahaprabhu Dham ki. Jaganupuri Dham ki. Brinda Devi Tulsi Devi ki. Bhakti Devi ki. Ganga Yamuna Devi ki. Hare Naam Sankirtan Yagya ki. Sri Sri Gaunitai ki. Sri Sri Krishna Balaram ki. Sri Sri Radha Shama Sundar ki. Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bol Samaveta Bhakta Vrinda ki. All glories to the Asabhavatis. All glories to the Asabhavatis. All glories to Shri Guru and Shri Guranga. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. So we are reading from the Bhagavad Gita as it is. So 11th chapter, 46, huh? Here 45 is written, but 46. So 11th chapter, the universal form. Text number 46. Kirīṭinam gadinam cakra-hastam, icchāmi tvāṁ draṣṭum aham tathaiva, tenaiva rūpeṇa catur-bhujena, sahasra-bāho bhava viśva-mūrte, kirīṭinam gadinam cakra-hastam icchāmi tvāṁ draṣṭum aham tathaiva tenaiva rūpeṇa catur-bhujena sahasra-bāho bhava viśva-mūrte kirīṭinam gadinam cakra-hastam icchāmi tvāṁ draṣṭum aham tathaiva tenaiva rūpeṇa catur-bhujena sahasra-bāho bhava viśva-mūrte
kirīṭinam gadinam cakra-hastam icchāmi tvāṁ draṣṭum aham tathaiva tenaiva rūpeṇa catur-bhujena sahasra-bāho bhava viśva-mūrte
kirīṭinam gadinam cakra-hastam icchāmi tvāṁ draṣṭum aham tathaiva tenaiva rūpeṇa catur-bhujena sahasra-bāho bhava viśva-mūrte
kirīṭinam gadinam cakra-hastam icchāmi tvāṁ draṣṭum aham tathaiva tenaiva rūpeṇa catur-bhujena sahasra-bāho bhava viśva-mūrte
kirīṭinam gadinam cakra-hastam icchāmi tvāṁ draṣṭum aham tathaiva tenaiva rūpeṇa catur-bhujena sahasra-bāho bhava viśva-mūrte
kirīṭinam with helmet, gadinam with club, cakra-hastam disc in hand, icchāmi I wish, tvām you, draṣṭum to see, aham I, tathaiva in that position, tenaiva in that, rūpeṇa form, catur-bhujena four-handed, sahasra-bāho or thousand-handed one, bhava just become, viśva-mūrte or universal form. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki. Translation: O universal form, O thousand-armed Lord, I wish to see you in your four-armed form with helmeted head and with club, wheel, conch and lotus flower in your hands. I long to see you in that form. Purport. In the Brahma-saṁhitā it is stated, rāmādi-mūrtiṣu kalā-niyamena tiṣṭhan. The Lord is eternally situated in hundreds and thousands of forms, and the main forms are those like Raman, Nrsimha, Narayan, etc. There are innumerable forms, but Arjuna knew that Krishna is the original personality of Godhead, assuming his temporary universal form. He is now asking to see the form of Narayan, a spiritual form. This verse establishes without any doubt the statement of the Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam that Krishna is the original personality of Godhead and all other features originate from Him. He is not different from His plenary expansions, and He is God in any of His innumerable forms. In all of these forms He is fresh like a young man. That is the constant feature of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. One who knows Krishna becomes free at once from all contamination of the material world. Om Jnanatimidandasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakasodan Meritam Yanam Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Sri Chaitanya Manobhistam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Sayam Rupagadhamayam Dadati Sabadantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Yudhabadagamanan Sri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raganatan Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Sri Vijakan Vidamscha. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Ganta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshari Vrishabhanu Sude Devi Pranamami Hari Priya Vanchakalpa Turubhyascha Kripa Sindhu Bhyevacha Paritanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So Arjuna, he was blessed to see the universal form of the Lord, which is very rarely seen by anyone. Of course, Arjuna is the devotee of Krishna, so he is always fortunate. He's always blessed. For the purpose of giving instructions to the Bada Jiva, the fallen souls, Krishna is speaking the Bhagavad Gita to Arjuna. Arjuna is nimitta matra, is becoming the instrument by which the Bhagavad Gita is spoken for the benefit of the fallen conditioned souls. So Krishna is telling Arjuna that I will show you the universal form, but I will give you divine eyes by which you can see this form. So only by the mercy of the Lord one can see the universal form. Only by the mercy of the Lord one can understand that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So the eternal associates in Dvarka Matra, they know that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. In the spiritual world and also in this world. Of course, the Brijabasis, the most fortunate, most exalted associates of Krishna. Krishna, who is known as the son of Maria Yashoda, Yashodanandan, the son of Nanda Maharaj, Nandanandan. And they are the most dear associates of Krishna. And by Krishna's arrangement, by his internal potency, Yoga Maya, not by the external potency, but by the internal potency, Yoga Maya, they do not know that Krishna as the Supreme Personality of Godhead. They think Krishna is my friend, Krishna is my beloved. So that is the most wonderful aspect of Krishna's personality in Braj. Krishna in Braj is the original Supreme Personality of Godhead. Sara Aishwarya Purna, he is full in all opulences. And nobody can match Krishna. And so in Braj, so by Krishna's desire, so the loving relationship is there. Madhurya Bhav, where they do not know that Krishna is the Supreme Lord. And is appearing as a gop, as a cowherd boy. But nevertheless, he is the all-powerful Supreme Lord. And sometimes he manifested it also by lifting Govardhan hill with his little finger of the left hand. And of course, many powerful demons were killed by Krishna. So, but in Mathura and in Dwarka, the associates of Krishna, they know that Krishna is the Supreme Lord by Krishna's will. And there's a wonderful exchange there also. Loving exchange. But some Aishwarya Bhav is there. Some understanding that Krishna is the Lord. So therefore, the relationship, although pure love is there, but it is not as sweet and intimate as in Braj. So that we come to know by the mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and the Acharyas and the line of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So here, Arjun, Krishna's friend, so he understands that Krishna is the Supreme Lord by Krishna's mercy. And so Krishna is showing him the universal form, giving him special eyes. Already he has special eyes, Arjun, because he can understand that Krishna is Supreme Lord. He has divine vision. But still, in order to see the universal form, which is only present in this material world, and it is not an eternal form, it is not there in the spiritual world, the universal form. It is manifested in this material world, and only sometimes, of course, but even because there are unlimited universes, it is practically almost constantly present somewhere, the universal form. Just like Krishna's pastime of appearing in this world that is continuously going on in one of the universes. So in that sense it is also eternal. But Krishna is the unborn Supreme Lord. So therefore these pastimes in this world are known as Namitika Lila, occasional. Whereas the pastimes of Krishna in the spiritual world, they are known as Nitya Lila, the eternal pastimes of the Lord. And Krishna, by his inconceivable power, is always present in Golok, in the spiritual world. At the same time is there in his expanded form in Mathura, Mathuresh. And then he is present in Dwarka as Dwarkadish. So the form of Krishna Braj is the original form. And all the other forms are expansions, all the other forms. So Prabhupada is mentioning, and of course it is mentioned in scriptures, in regards to Krishna being the original of all forms. That is in the first canto, 3rd chapter. There it is mentioned, Ete chamsa kalapumsam Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam Indriyar Vyakulam Lokam Ridyante Yuge Yuge. The Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam. So, tu refers to certainly. Krishna is certainly the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Swayam Bhagavan. Only Krishna is addressed as Swayam Bhagavan. Or Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is no different from Radha and Krishna. All the other personalities of Godhead, they are known as Bhagavan, addressed as Bhagavan. Or they may be addressed as Purushottam. like Ramachandra, Purushottam, the foremost human being in Jagannath Puri, that is actually Dwarkadesh, absorbed in Braj Bhav, Purushottam in Purushottam Kshetra. But Krishna is the origin of everything, of all. So in Braj, he is also addressed sometimes as Purushottam by the Brahmanas, for example, or especially in this world. So Krishna is addressed as Lila Purushottam, Uttam Purush, the foremost being, personality, who is performing wonderful pastimes, Lila. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is known as Prem Purushottam. He is also the Supreme Lord. And he is giving Krishna Prem. So, the other forms, as mentioned here, Narayan, also Vishnu and Nrsimharam, the simple expansions of Krishna, the expansions of Krishna. So Krishna in Braj is Mulrup. And the first expansion is Balaram. In Braj, Adi Balaram. And then in Dwarka or in Mathuresh is there, that is Vasudeva Krishna, who is manifest in Mathura and also in Dwarka. And then Shankarshan Balaram is there, expanded form of Adi Balaram. And then Krishna's son is known as Pradyumna and his grandson is known as Aniruddha. And they are known as Chatur-bhujena, 4 great personalities. And from Balaram, in Dwarka, Shankarshan Balaram, Dvitiya Chatur-bhujena is formed. Second Chatur-bhujena, viśva-mūrtes, and they are also known as Vasudeva, Shankarshan, Pradyumna, Aniruddha. And then so many other personalities are expanded from them. And they all have different names like Keshav, Narayan, Madhav, Govinda. So Govinda and Madhav, so these are viśva-mūrtes in Vaikuntha, but Krishna and Braj is also addressed as Govinda, Gopal, Madhav. Krishna, Gopal, who is taking care of the cows and the calves. He's giving pleasure to the calves and the cows and all the Brijabasis. So, and then from Shankarshan, Mahashankarshan in the spiritual world, then Tin Purushavatar, 3 expansions have come when the material world is manifested by the will of Krishna. Karanadaksha Vishnu, also known as Mahavishnu, who is lying in the causal ocean, and from him unlimited universes are created when he's breathing out. So the greatest yogi is Mahavishnu. For millions and trillions of years he's breathing out. And so all the universes are manifested, they stay for some time being, and then he's inhaling, all the universes enter his body. And he's exhaling again, all the universes are coming into existence. With the 14 planetary system. And in each universe there is one Garbhodakshai Vishnu. In each universe, and there are almost unlimited universes. And then the third Purushavatar is there, Kshirodaksha Vishnu, who is situated in everyone's heart as Paramatma, the Super Soul. And then, so in this material world, when it is created, there are the pastimes, Lilavatars, pastime incarnations are there. Like Varaha, Matsya, Narasingha, and so on. They come in this world for the purpose of helping the devotees, establishing religion, as Krishna also. So practically they are almost unlimited incarnations, they are unlimited forms of the Lord almost. Because the spiritual world is unlimited. And when the material world, and there are unlimited associates of the Lord in the spiritual world, constantly serving the different forms of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. But the greatest planet is Golok Vrindavan, where Krishna performs his wonderful pastimes in Braj with his eternal associates. And that is the biggest planet. And the most of the associates are there, of the Supreme Lord. And by Krishna's will, sometimes the material world is manifest and the conditioned souls are coming to this world, and by the mercy of the Lord, they can take up spiritual life by following the instructions of Krishna himself or the representative of Krishna, the spiritual master. And then they may advance in their spiritual life. And by constant engagement in devotional activities, then one becomes free from this material contamination, from this material world. And then one may go to the spiritual world and enter the pastimes of the Lord, which is ultimately the perfection of life. So Arjun, he saw the universal form and he was like, wow, this is amazing. Anyone saw the universal form of you? Anyone saw? No. Very few, very rarely one can see. But the description is there in Bhagavad Gita. Krishna himself is saying, oh, thousands of heads I'm seeing, thousands of arms, thousands of legs, thousands of feet. And so many things he sees in universal form. Everything is situated actually of this material world is situated in the universal form. Everything is situated in Krishna ultimately. Sahasra-bāho puruṣaḥ sahasraksha sahasra-bāho bhūmiṃ viśva-mūrte vritva ātyatishta daṣam gunam puruṣavidam sarvam yadbhutam yacchābhavyam mūtam ritadvacha tanena tirohati. So famous prayers known as Purusha Sukta, there also it is described about the universal form. So it is from the Vedic literatures, the Purusha Sukta. There it is explained about the universal form. Sahasra-shesha purushaha. The Purush was thousands of shesha heads. Sahasraksha, thousands of eyes. Sahasrapad, thousands of feet. And then Sabhumim viśva-mūrte atattishtad dashangulam, and is situated in everyone's heart as Paramatma, Dash Angul, 10 fingers, that is the size of Krishna in the heart, of the normal human being. Of course, if somebody is a giant, then the universal form will be a little bigger. If somebody is smaller, then the Paramatma will be a little bigger or a little smaller. Sometimes it is mentioned also the size of a thumb. If somebody is smaller in size, or in the body of the ant, the Supreme Lord is there, but then he's tiny. He's smaller than the smallest and greater than the greatest. Yogeshwar, he can do anything. He can do the impossible possible. So when Arjuna saw this form, he was very much astonished. And actually he became fearful seeing this form. And so therefore, as here he's saying, O universal form, O thousand-armed Lord, I wish to see you in your four-armed form, because that form is much more beautiful than the form with thousands of heads, thousands of arms. It's an amazing form, but it is not as beautiful as a four-armed form of Krishna or Vishnu, which is a very beautiful form. It is mentioned just like the darkish, bluish a rain cloud. Now you can see rainy season, of course not so much rain these days, but today I saw the clouds very dark. Of course immediately, oh, this is Krishna's color. And then hoping that the rain is coming also. So, Megha Sham, Krishna's name is Sham Sundar. Megha Sham, just the rain, just like the rain cloud, that is to give a comparison. But the rain cloud is, okay, it's beautiful because we know the rain is there, inside the cloud. Another name for cloud is Jalada. Jalada, that which is giving water, that is a cloud. So beautiful color. Pitambar Vesh, and usually has a yellowish color of dhoti and chadar. So that is Krishna's favorite color, because that is the color of Śrīmati Radharani, Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi, Radhe Vrindavaneshwari. So, and actually it is mentioned, not only Krishna, but Dwarkadish, Vishnu, Narayan, they all like to have this yellow dhoti, and they are wearing yellow dhoti. Not all the time, but mostly. So Krishna or Vishnu, they are known for wearing yellow dhoti, Pitambara Vesh. So very beautiful. Forearm form. So that is special also, right? Forearm form. We all have only 2 arms. And we have not seen anyone with 4 arms. So only the Supreme Lord has 4 arms. So Arjuna wants, because he saw, I mean, he's Krishna's friend. And as he was saying also, please forgive me that I was treating you or speaking with you just like a friend, sitting on the same bed as you, although I'm simply an insignificant part and parcel of you. But because of friendship, I was allowed to sit on the same bed as you and eat together with you. So Arjuna knows that Krishna is the Lord, but at the same time he has this very friendly relationship with Krishna. Of course, even later on we will see that ultimately Arjuna, he wants to see the 2-arm form of Krishna, which is more beautiful than the 4-arm form. Although one may think, well, 4-arm form, that is better than 2 arms, right? We have 2 arms, if we have 4 arms, it's something better, right? And he has 4 things in the 4 hands. Chakra, Shankha, Chakra, Padma, Gada. Chakra, Sudarshan Chakra, transcendental wheel, a weapon, very powerful. Gada, a club, another weapon. Shankha, the conch shell, which is very auspicious. And Padma, lotus flower. So if you have 4 hands, you can do more things. So, but then, still Arjuna wants to see the 2-handed form, because that is more beautiful. And actually Krishna, in Mathura Dwarka, mostly he has 2 arms. And they see him, the Dwarkavasis and the Mathuravasis, they see Krishna with 2 arms. But sometimes, just to let them know, or so they may remember that is the Supreme Lord, he's there with the 4 arms. Sometimes 2 arms, sometimes 4 arms. And all naturally manifested. One time there was an impostor, Krishna's time. And he was saying, I'm Paundrak Vasudev. I'm Vasudev, the Supreme Lord. But he was a human being, puffed up and totally in ignorance, but thinking, I am the Lord, I'm all powerful. And he had fabricated 2 arms and somehow fixing the 2 arms. And then he had the 4 symbols of the Lord also. Chakra, Padma, gada, and chunk. So he was holding this somehow. He was, just like a magician is juggling with a few balls, 3-4 balls, throwing them up and then. So he was somehow holding with his 2 false arms 2 of the symbols of Vishnu. Of course, when he challenged Krishna, Krishna was simply laughing at the impostor. And then he easily killed him. So Krishna's pastimes are very wonderful. Krishna's opulence is unlimited and it is amazing, wonderful. But so the 2-arm form is most beautiful of Krishna. So here he wants to see the 4-armed form, and actually, so because he didn't like to see so much the universal form, which is a kind of almost ghastly, so he wanted to see the original form of the Lord, and also actually so that people could understand so that Krishna is the Supreme Lord. So therefore the universal form was manifested and also the 4-armed form. But then again he came in the 2-armed form because that is his original form and the most beautiful form. But just to make everyone understand that is after all the Supreme Lord and it's just not like an ordinary human being. Also Prabhupada is mentioning that Arjuna knew that Krishna is the original personality of Godhead, assuming this temporary universal form. But then he asked Krishna to show the form of Narayan. So Narayan is a viśva-mūrte in the spiritual world, who is considered to be the foremost form in Vaikuntha, Lakshmi and Narayan. So sometimes people, they have the misunderstanding that Narayan is the supreme form and that Vishnu or Krishna is appearing from Narayan. But that is not accepted by the learned sages who are Shastra-vid, Siddhanta-vid, Vedanta-vid, who are knowledgeable in the scriptures, the conclusion of the scriptures. And that is mentioned in the Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam very clearly, as mentioned, as Prabhupada is indicated. Actually this verse, Ete cham sakala pumsam Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam. And this verse is known as Paribhasha Sutra. So sutra means something important which is mentioned in a few words only. Like Vedanta Sutra. Vedanta, the end of the Vedas, the essence of the Vedas. Because the Vedas, there are so many verses there. But the essence of the Vedas is there in Vedanta. And that is in sutra form. Verses are there which have a lot of meaning, but they are mentioned in a few words. So Paribhasha Sutra, that verse is there, so that everyone will understand throughout reading the Bhagavatam that Krishna is the original Supreme Personality of Godhead. So that has to be understood. So by the mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is none different from Radha and Krishna, all this knowledge, the essence of the Vedic literatures, has been revealed by Mahaprabhu to his associates, especially Rupa Goswami in Prayag for 10 days instructed him, and then for 2 months in Varanasi to Sanatana Goswami, and then to others also like Raghunath Das Goswami. So he explained his knowledge, And he told them to write transcendental literatures for the benefit of the fallen conditioned souls. And so then, by their mercy, the different scriptures have been revealed by the associates of Mahaprabhu for our benefit. And so the same knowledge is there in the Vedic literatures, but the essential things have been mentioned by Mahaprabhu to his associates for our benefit. And so just by reading the books of the Goswamis, so we can become very well conversant with the absolute truth and the different expansions of the absolute truth and the process how to attain the Supreme Lord, the original Supreme Personality of Godhead. So, and then Srila Prabhupada, of course, so he has also given the essence of the teachings of Mahaprabhu, the Goswamis, and he has presented Rupa Goswami's Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, Nectar of Devotion, for our benefit, so we may then engage in devotional service to Krishna. The first verse of the Bhakti Rasamrita is mentioning Akila Rasamrita Murti Prasimara Ruchi Rudha Tarapalika Kvalita Lalito Shama Radha Prayan Vidur Jayati. So there he has explained the essence of the Vedic literatures, and in the first verse of the Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, all glories to Krishna, Vidur, who is just like the moon. On the night time when the sun is not there, we cannot see anything. But when the moon is there, especially the full moon, that we can see. And then he's explaining about Krishna, Akila Rasamrita Murti, is the embodiment of all rasas, transcendental relationships. And then he's glorifying the gopis who are the foremost of Krishna's associates. And then he's explaining the process of devotional service towards Krishna, and specifically towards Krishna in Braj, but also indicated Krishna in Dwarka, and the associates of Krishna in Dwarka were also his eternal associates. So that has been very nicely explained and so presented by Prabhupada for our benefit. And then here, just like Bhagavad Gita, wonderful purports are there by Prabhupada, so we may understand what Krishna is saying. If the acharyas are not there, then we cannot understand the Supreme Lord. And in the Bhagavatam also. So the great sages, they have explained about the different personalities of Godhead. But then we need the acharya, the spiritual master, to explain to us so we may properly understand and we may properly engage in devotional service, and then we can make our life perfect by sincere endeavor and by following the instructions of the spiritual master, by inquiring from the spiritual master, and then by his guidance, by his mercy, and by following his instructions we can advance and become perfect. And then we can also see Krishna as he is, standing before us, or in our heart we can see Krishna as he is. Premanjana charita bhakti vilochanena santa sadeva hiriyeshu vilokayanti yam shama sundaram achinta gunasarupam govindam adi purusham tamaham bhajami. So the devotees who engage in devotional service, Premanjana charita bhakti vilochanena santa sadeva hiriyeshu vilokayanti, they can see constantly the heart. Yam Shama Sundar, Krishna and Braj. Because their eyes are anointed with prem, with love for Krishna. then one can see Krishna. So in purified consciousness we can see Krishna. And when we can see Krishna, that is a perfection. Then we can see ourselves as spirit souls. And our relationship, our transcendental form, our relationship with Krishna. That is the goal of life. So we have to constantly engage in spiritual activities under the guidance of the spiritual master, and then we may attain perfection. So especially by chanting the Maha Mantra, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Any question? Hare Krishna. Okay, there is some Mahaprasadam for everyone. Mahaprasadam ki?
Yeah. Prabhupada said if anyone claimed to be God, they must show the universal
Yes,
God.
right. Yeah.